Hey everybody, it's Flyin Ryan here with a review of the Esky 150X with the CC3D flight controller. So this is a 4-channel micro helicopter, single rotor, flybarless, and this does have 6-axis stabilization, so it has self-righting. You know, when you let off the sticks, it's going to return back to a hover. Makes it really nice and easy to fly, very controllable. However, even though this is a single rotor, this is definitely an indoor flyer or outdoors on very low wind days. I tried to fly it in the wind and it didn't go so well. I actually ended up crashing and breaking the canopy there a little bit. You can see I've got a crack running down it now. Mainly because this has what they've referred to in other models as the wind bug. So if you're flying into the wind for too long, it's like the accelerometer forgets that it was leaning, and all of a sudden it levels itself out even though you're still giving full stick. And then when you let off the stick, well, then it starts flying backwards because the accelerometer tries to correct for that. And so it gets really messy in the wind because the accelerometer doesn't work with the wind properly. It seems like it has the power and the pitch at first, but once the accelerometer kind of leans out or levels it out while you're actually trying to fly forward, then you're done for. So yeah, definitely leave this one indoors or on very low wind days. It does have 2 rates by clicking the left bumper there, so you can change to lower high rates. That's it for the buttons and stuff. Otherwise, you've got your standard 4-channel control, throttle on the left and yaw on the right, forward and backward pitch, or throttle on the left and yaw on left and right on the left there, forward and backward pitch on the right stick, and left and right roll on the right stick. And you do have trims for all those controls. This one you have to arm, so you have to hold the left stick down right in order to arm it, and then the motor will spin up. It'll disarm itself after a few seconds of activity. So if you land and let it sit for a second and then try to give throttle, nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen. So you have to give it that down right rudder input again in order to arm it. It does come with a spare set of blades, and then we've got a little USB charger thing here. And then this is our battery, which is a 150 milliamp hour 1S LiPo. If that will focus in for me, there we go. And so this is really my biggest complaint about this model is the battery, which you have to take the canopy off and get access to. The battery sits in the front of the canopy here like this. And so you've got to take the canopy off every single time to charge the battery. So I would have liked to see, the battery cable come out of the helicopter and allow me to, nice, easy access to it without having to remove the canopy. Because the more you do that, the more likely you are to break the canopy or something. And I've actually noticed that sometimes when I try to remove the canopy, the peg that holds the canopy on pulls out of the body. Instead of the canopy pulling off the peg, it takes the whole peg with it. So that's kind of a frustration, but not a huge deal breaker. It takes 34 minutes to charge that battery, and you only get about 4-minute long flights. I mean, it's a pretty small battery. But for an indoor flyer that you're flying around the living room, 4 minutes is not too bad. And it's pretty stable, but it does seem to have a little bit of a toilet bowl effect. Like in a hover, it kind of moves around a little bit. It doesn't stay really nice and level. It does have sort of this oscillating motion in a hover. But when you're actually flying it, it's really nice and precise and very controllable. And, I like it quite a bit in the house. I think it flies quite well. Let's see, any other notes for that one? Nope, that's all there is to say about it. So yeah, like I said, again, an indoor flyer, so I'll take this one for a spin around the kitchen, and let's go check that out. Alright, this is the flight review of the Esky 150X mini helicopter, or micro helicopter, depending on your naming convention. This is a tiny little single rotor, flybarless, and it has a 6-axis stabilization, so you can hear the gyro trying to make corrections as I move it around. So Really easy to fly, nice and stable, works well in the house. Not an outdoor flyer though, unless you have absolutely no wind. This thing doesn't fly into the wind well, and then the accelerometer gets confused and just a real mess, so keep this one in the house. There's no acro mode or anything, so it's always 6-axis. You can't turn that off, so there's no loops or anything like that with this one. And it does have 2 rates though, so the left bumper changes between rates. And I'll start off in high rates, and I should be disarmed. Yeah, so you've got to arm this one. So first I hold the rudder to the down right position, and now it should be armed, and we'll go ahead and give it a spin. And like I said, it does fly really nice indoors. It's super stable and precise and nimble and maneuverable, but definitely an indoor or absolutely no wind outdoor flyer. It does not like the wind, but it flies quite well indoors. Let's go back to low rates. So there's low rate yaw, high rate yaw. So the yaw does change. Let's try low rates. That high rates is a little twitchy for this small area. I really like helicopters with 6-axis stabilization. They just fly so nice and stable, and it just feels more natural to me. I mean, when you let off the stick and the stick centers, the helicopter should center. It just feels right to me. It's always nice when they give the option to switch to 3-axis gyro and don't have the self-leveling, but I think this one's kind of geared, you know, towards, I wouldn't say beginners, but, you know, entry or intermediate. You know, maybe if you've flown a 3-channel coaxial, this would be a good first single rotor to try in the house. But, you know, it's just super easy to fly with this 6-axis stabilization. Nice and stable and smooth. It holds its angle and position well. Get a little low rate funnel going there. Oh, hit the wall. Ooh, just cleared it. So let's kind of maybe see if I can get a hover going at all, maybe. Let's bring it towards the center of the room a little bit more. I do have my AC on, so my fan on, so there's some air current in here, so it's not super calm in here, but not bad for hands off. Haven't done any trimming either, that's all just natural. It's a nice little size for indoor flying too. Real quiet. I like this thing. I tried that one other Esky model before where it was the, oh, what was it? The, Airwolf, like, kind of style. I forget if they actually called it Airwolf or not, or what that helicopter model is called now, but it looked like an Airwolf helicopter, and I had just a ton of problems with it. I never even got a successful flight out of it. So Esky has definitely, you know, redeemed themselves with this one. This works quite well, and I am enjoying it. Short flight times though, it's only like 4 minutes, so I'm probably close to the end of my flight here, so let's go ahead and try to take it in for a landing. It does have a little bit of a toilet bowl effect going on right now, which I have seen before sometimes, but ooh, ooh. How about that? Not bad for a helicopter landing. That was pretty precise. So yeah, there we go. That's the Esky 150X, little indoor mini helicopter with 6-axis stabilization. Just makes it super smooth and easy to fly. Big fan of this little helicopter. Really cool. Alright, well, check the video description for a price and purchase link. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.